Tell me about your time at Eastman. What made you transfer here? And,
well, being out of Detroit, I graduated from Martin Luther King High School, and I thought I wanted to go to the coast and play at Long Beach for Jerry Tarkanian, but being from the Motor City and not really being exposed to much, I decided to come back here. Gary Tyson played, was here, and Gary Tyson is, was a teammate of mine in high school, and Lindell Reason was here, Bill James was here, and I competed against all them guys coming up, and I thought that we would match real well together. So, it was a given for me to come on back here to Eastman.
When you came back, was it like they immediately gave you that role as the man, as the guy?
Well, I had to earn my way. Obviously I had a good high school rep, but a rep, potential ain't nothing till you do something. So I had to prove myself, and we used to play in the IM building all the time, and I think once we played over there for a few weeks, the guys kind of came to that accurate knowledge that maybe he could play.
So how was your decision made to leave early and go to the pros?
Well, for me, I withdrew from school. I had a little incident in college at one of the championship games, and I kind of got a little penalized for it, and I decided to go ahead on and withdraw from school, and I went into the CBA, and from CBA, I got picked up by the ABA, and the rest is history.
Was this something that you made to be the legend that you've cemented yourself as in professional basketball history? Was that something that you grew up aspiring to do, or was it?
No, I grew up. I wanted to be really a police officer when I grew up. I don't know why. But I really had admiration in being a police officer, and started shooting jumpers, and the basketball just kind of took over. My two older brothers, Booker Gervin and Claude Gervin, both of them was diehard basketball fans. They were real good basketball players before me. So I didn't start playing basketball until I was 14. And at 19 I was a pro. So I think it was, kind of my calling, to play professional basketball.
What were some of your most fond memories of NBA, ABA days?
Well, I guess some of my fondest memories is just being, able to, come up out of the city of Detroit, play here at Eastern Michigan, and to go on to have a stellar career. Obviously I had some great games in my, professional career, but it always stemmed to where you're from, and I give a lot of accolades to my high school coach, Bill Solomon and Willie Merriweather, and I give a lot of accolades to my coach here at Eastern Michigan, Jim Dutcher. Them guys believed in me. They knew I loved the game. They gave me the green light, and they helped me build my confidence and self-esteem as a ball player. And without that type of foundation, ain't no telling, where I would have went.
What was your non-basketball career like here at Eastern?
Well,
What are the things you remember doing around campus? And,
going to Domino's. I lived at Hoyt Hall. So when you go to class, and it's like this time of the year. It's winter, it's cold. I remember going up that hill, and and freezing, and I remember we used to play against all the sorority, all the fraternities. Had the Qs, the Alphas, the Kappas, and they all tried to get me to join the fraternity, but I never was interested. So I kind of made up our own fraternity. We call ourselves the Independents. And we used to play them guys all the time, baseball. We used to play softball, and we play for, a couple of cases of beer. And we beat them so many times, they started giving us near beer. So, alcohol, near beer. So, I had a good time. Eastern obviously is, you know, was known back when I played. You know, I mean, it was a fun school. You know, and put out a lot of teachers. You know, it was a great, you know, educational facility. And I'm proud to, you know, to be a part of it.
Who were some of the, just going back to your NBA days, who were some of the, before you got to the league, who were some of the pros that you emulated your game after?
Oh, easy. Dr. J, Connie Hawkins. Them are the two main guys that I emulated my, you know, my game of. You know, I mean, you think about it, I'm really famous for the finger roll. And if you know anything about the history of the game, Gervin had his own version of the finger roll. Connie Hawkins had his own version. Brooks Chamberlain had his own version. And I kind of took a piece from all of them and took it to another level.
What's it like with some of the players today who you see who, you know, maybe feel like they emulated a little bit of the game after you?
It's hard, you know. I really don't see anybody. You know, I mean, you know, my guys is like Kobe. He's a great athlete. I don't see him as being fluent. You know, I think my game was fluent. You know, I like LeBron James, but he's another, you know, great athlete. You know, but you know, I had an arsenal of shots. You know, when I use my left, I use my right, and you know, them guys, you know, they don't display them qualities consistently. You know, and I think that was one of my greatest qualities is that, you know, I had a variety of shots.
You feel is that kind of a weakness in today's game? Like people lean more towards on their athleticism?
Well, ain't no question. I mean, the whole league is pretty much dominated by athletes. You know, the skill factor, you know, obviously is I don't see the fundamentally sound aspect of the game as I did say when I played. You know, it ain't a knock on anybody. I mean, just, you know, being an observer of the game, I don't, you know, I don't see that much. You know, Tim Duncan is fundamentally sound. You know, I mean, but, you know, we got a lot of Europeans in the game today. You know what I mean? And a lot of Europeans shoot the lights out the ball. You know, but they can't play with their back against the ball. You know, against the basket. You know, so I think that's a, you know, an issue that one day is going to really be, you know, dealt with. But overall, I mean, I love the game, but, you know, especially I love my opportunity that Eastern Michigan gave me here tonight to, you know, to get my honorary degree. And I definitely want to, you know, thank President Sue and, you know, Craig and Tom and administration, Derek, Coach, you know, for, you know, making this happen. One of the first black athletes here at Eastern Michigan is Dr. Robert Sims, who played on the basketball team. He was a sponsor of mine in high school and college. And, you know, I also want to thank him for, you know, making this happen. It's a wonderful day for me to come back and to receive his honors degree. You know, I didn't really know the value of education, you know, when I was in school. You know, now to have a bachelor's honors bachelor's degree to hang up on my wall, you know, really makes me feel special. And my message to young people is, man, take advantage of this opportunity, you know, here at EMU, because it's going to go away fast, you know, if you don't take advantage of it. And, you know, them words of wisdom for somebody who that, you know, that went to this school. And I'm 56 years old now, man. Time don't wait on nobody.
What are some of the things that you do right now?
I have a charter school right now, you know, George Gervin Academy in San Antonio. I'm an advocate for education. This is my 14th year with my charter school. I graduated over, you know, 800 kids. You know, I have a technology school. I have 6 other programs in the San Antonio area for, you know, young people. So me giving back to my community is, you know, a part of what I do.
How closely connected are you still with Eastern, you know, on a regular basis?
Well, I'm a bit closer, let's say it like that. You know, I'm a true alumni now. I feel real good about that, and, you know, they can call on me and I help when I can. You know, I think that's important to continue to build this, you know, this program up. You know, it's a wonderful facility. You know, when I was here, we played at Bowman, and now to see this beautiful arena and and see this campus grow like it has over the years, you know, it just makes you want to be a part of something wonderful. And now I have that opportunity.
All right, thank you, Mr. Gervin.
My man.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you very much. Okay. All right. All right, y'all.